If you've been a subscriber on my channel for a while, you will know that I am not really a pastor talker. I don't like talking about the things of religion. There are two things I don't really like diving into in this channel. Politics and religion. Those two things, I really do not like diving into it that much. So I like celebrity gossip, like the everyday life, things happening around, lifestyle. Those are the things I like really putting on in this channel. But this video you're going to watch triggers something in me and I decide to like. Before I continue, let me introduce myself. My name is Augusta Gold. In this channel, what I do is pidgin English because I don't go school. Now night school I go, so now pidgin English. Now I speak for this channel. So if you be person whether they come this channel before, no need for introduction. You already know what they do. But if you be new person for this channel, welcome sir, welcome ma. Thank you for stopping by to watch me. God bless you. Do not forget to subscribe. So Pastor Paul Adefarasi, one pastor will get one very big church for Nigeria. You guys know how Nigerians and church are these days. I'm not going to blame them because when you don't see plenty lie, when person don't cry wolf plenty times, if you can't cry real wolf, people know one listing. People don't see many pastors we don't F up well. So they use the name when they give one, then they give others. They call they generalize. Then they feel say the poverty for the land. Now the pastors cause them. Then they feel say the pastors they collect their tithes, they collect their offering, they build big auditorium, they buy private jets. So because of that one, people really they against pastors for Nigeria or Africa or the world as a whole. Especially pastors when be say then they do bad something. But as I come here today, I don't come preach religion. I don't come tell you say this pastor good or that pastor bad. Religion a personal thing. Now you know how they meet your God. Now you know where they meet your God. Now you know how they communicate with your God and how you hold the people where be say then they up there for religion. How you take hold them. The person where me they respect, not me the person when I would respect me you they respect. You get your own, I get my own. Don't forget about that one. The same when I bring on today be saying. Day before yesterday or so, this week, Pastor Paul Adefarasi talk something. Now we bloggers, I know if you cut myself come out because me if I post part of that video, my friend for Facebook, what do they wait for? I they post plenty things for Facebook where I know they post for YouTube because YouTube they censor a lot of things, but Facebook know they censor plenty things. Even if they censor, I don't know they beat us well, like flog us well, if we do something we're not too good for Facebook. So Facebook, they post a lot of things. My name not hard anywhere. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anywhere where you find me, just put my name, Augusta Gold. You go see me there. Pastor Paul can talk something for an altar. He said a lot of things. When be say the things that make sense die, they come out for person will be like say get high education. Person will get high education and if they talk of those kind of things. He talks some things we go help us push our country go permanent size. However, we will be bloggers, we go cut the small snip sneeze. I need to go now color. We can't cut the small part so if we say when I go like now I said they push us. We can't cut the small part, we can't the post, can't the circulate. Daddy freeze, when I know that the freeze now they use here the year they say pastor or whatever, if body they hot. You know, that if it's okay, what did Pastor Paul talk? That part what Pastor Paul talk say, have a plan B. Because the people who are governing this country, they're not, you know, that kind of
greetings from Pastor Ifai, who's busy taking care of a frontier of our world and preparing our escape route. If you don't have a plan B, I know you have faith, but I have faith too, but I have a plan B. And with technology, I can speak to you from anywhere in the world. Get yourself a plan B, whether that's an Okada to Cameroon, or a flying boat or speedboat as we call them, to Seme-Border, or, you know, a hole in the ground, a bunker. Get a plan B, because these people are crazy. They're nutters, the whole bunch of them.
Get plan B. That the free stop pick the ticket or say, see them when they collect your tithes, they collect your offering. They say, "Mona get plan B." Not be church supposed to be on a plan B. When has church become your plan B? Plan B for what? Plan B for the nation that is dropping. How can the church pull up the nation where, like I tell you, now not come here, can't defend or no can't defend anybody? However, I won't make una see the video by una self. I go try to brief some parts come on because the video long well. So now, watch the video.
Our first constitutions, we will not get it right in Nigeria. We will not get it right in Nigeria. You must continue to join me and pray and preach as to what the next president of Nigeria should look like. And the first thing is that we don't care what part of the country that person comes from. We care more about competence, capacity, vision, understanding how to lead a nation and build a country after so much debilitation. Secondly, apart from not caring what part of the country the next president comes from, the next president must be given to development and must have proven in his or her track record, public sector or private sector, that they can deliver and have delivered development. Nigeria needs to develop. Roads, our healthcare, education. And that's why we have so much incompetence in leadership today, because of the lack of education. So most times, much of our hope for great leadership is returnees. Nigeria has spent $2 billion every 2 years educating her children for the last 50, 60 years in the Western Hemisphere. But we've lost the majority of them to building other nations when they could be Nehemiahs and Ezra's building Nigeria. So we need somebody who understands development. Number three, we need a president who is not a genderist. In other words, we must embrace both genders. And you have genderists on both sides of the genders. We want people who are not genderists. Yeah. A family needs mother and father. A nation needs men and women to parent the next generations. We also do not need a tribalist, sectionist, or ethnicist. That must not happen. And the constitutions must provide to exclude those sort of people from high executive office in all three tiers, all three arms of government. We also do not want a religionist, which is part of why I might not be considered. And I'm not looking for the job of president. I do not seek any elected office nor appointed office. I'm very happy operating in my calling, and I'm slightly outside of it because of where the country is. We also need somebody who has brilliance, is well educated, and hasn't left his or her education in the theoretic realm, so that practically they can deliver on vision, embrace even their opponents. The beautiful thing about Abraham, we also need somebody who can amass around himself across the reach of governance and government, particularly in his or her cabinet, people who are like him or her in competence, capacity, brilliance, and vision, so that every significant and peripheral ministry of state does well collaboratively to deliver on our national vision. And by God, we need a visionary who sees, lives, and breathes a better Nigeria, better than any other country on the face of this earth. We have the brilliance. We have so many great Nigerians. And we have to find a way, my friends, to lock out the people who only go into politics and governance for personal gain and aggrandizement, for the allure of power and money. The purpose of power and money are not for aggrandizement. Nigeria can be great, and it would be such a travesty and tragedy if our time comes and goes and we don't lay the foundation for a great nation. If I catch any one of you in government and you don't deliver service or you become a thief there, I will give you problems, and I will ask God to give your generations problems. I'm speaking to those of you in House on the Rock. Otherwise, go into business and make money there. Leave government for service delivery. You're ruining millions of lives. We wouldn't have beggars on the street if government would do her business. And I'm not speaking of this administration. I'm speaking of all administrations. And I include the British administrations that govern Nigeria. And also you must be a publishing generation that publish the truth. Don't just forward anything you get on WhatsApp. Verify it. If it is truth, publish it. Governance is not merely the business of those in the State House. It is your business. You have a voice and you are their employer. And when you correlate your voice, work together in a pyramid, the bloggers, the vloggers, the news media, the broadcasters, the anchors, and every one of you with a smartphone, use it and hold government to accountability. It is their responsibility to be accountable to the people who employed them. And of course, because our education is so bereft of learning as a nation, we settle for a bag of rice, a bag of oil, and a bribe for a vote. And it won't last those to whom they give it more than a few days or weeks. And then we go back to penury. I believe that every Nigerian should have equal opportunity. Not all 5 fingers are created equal, but opportunity should be equal. And especially for those who want it, they should be able to reach out and get it. But you've denied more than 80% of the population opportunity. We must dumb what I've just said. We must dumb it down to the market woman that she can understand it in her language. The pedestrian, the person who sells goro or zobo in all parts of the country so that every single individual can hear it. I've done my job this morning for our country. Those of you who know how to dumb it down, take it, run with it, and publish. 1,000 persons cannot defeat the thought college of 200 million so-called Nigerians. Mass is on our side. And this is not a fight. We may be ideological opponents to others, but that is our right. It is our just right and freedom as citizens of this country. Otherwise, take away my passport and lock me in jail. I say this because no country in the world history has survived 2 civil wars. You could be in flight and running for dear life any day from now if this thing does not come to an end. And my personal encouragement to leaders in government of all sides, it's not time to be partisan. Blend the aisles. It's time to sit down and dialogue. And don't be short-sighted, and let's look towards a future that still has brightness in it, because as long as there is a creator who has vested so much in this land and her people, there is hope for a future. And we must rise to that possibility. Put away your petty squibbles, and let's recognize that we are one brotherhood as created by God. And we are one brotherhood, or fraternity, sorority, if you like, of persons who call Nigeria our homeland, our fatherland.
So, from wetin una see, so wetin Pastor Paul talk na bad thing. I no see am say na bad thing. Person wey get ear, na him go hear. Person wey wan still twist am, go still twist am. Make I tell una something. These people wey na dey say pastor this, pastor that, see, nobody wey know the F. Pastors, they are human. That one no mean say they no go get their own human parts. No be say because the person na pastor, say the person no fit make a mistake. They go fit make a mistake too, even if they be pastor. You don't understand? Even if you don't respect the person, the title pastor, but at least make we dey try to respect the person where they involve. If your papa do something when bad, you go curse your papa. So if you want curse pastors, if you want talk ill about pastors, may you think and like that. Say your papa will be 68 years old, your papa will be 72 years old. If you do something where you don't like, will you insult your father? Will you insult your mother? If Pastor Funke Adejumo talk something where you don't like, ignore, screw pass, no carry curse for your head. If Pastor Adeboye talk something where you not like, ignore, screw pass, no carry curse for your head. If pastor, what did they call the other one? Oyedikpo, so talk something where you know like. It be like say old man for your village talk something where you know like. It's either you frown your face waka come out or you smile waka come out. You don't have to insult them even if you want to criticize what they have said. There is something called constructive criticism. You can criticize what somebody is saying without insulting the person. You can correct an elder without insulting that elder. You know, if you just go say all of that sifu mumu is wrong. Remove pastor, they are elders. They not be our mates. Not be because all of us they meet ourselves for Instagram and Facebook that we think we can insult people like that. It's wrong. It speaks a lot about the person who brought you up. If you don't want people curse your mama for outside, if you don't want people curse your papa for outside, if you don't want people talk say who born this Pekin, we not get sense. When they curse those elders, they are elders. The other time I saw the one when the man Zion man, what's his name? Mike Bamiloye posted something and people were there insulting him. Mike is not our mate. His children are our mates. That means Mike fit born us. If you don't respect their calling, if you don't respect their title, respect their age. If Pastor Paul Adefarasi, now your friend, you will not insult him. I'm not even talking about being your pastor. The kind of person when the man be, he is your friend, you will not insult him. If he is your manager in the office, you will not insult him. If he's your CEO, you will not insult him. You open your mouth to insult him because he's a pastor. And who told you those guys are just only pastors? Some of those guys have businesses they are doing. Most of them are highly educated. Highly educated. What's the other pastor's name? Pastor Sam Adeyemi. If you want to be a high calling leader, go and listen to that guy's messages. Pastor Sam Adeyemi he went to school here. He did part of his education here in Exeter College. He did some form of program here in Exeter College. Una know how much they pay Exeter Uni, sorry. Una know how much they pay for Exeter Uni for UK. Most of those pastors are highly educated. They don't just eat from offering plates and tithe plates. No, don't get it twisted. Most of those pastors, they are investors. I don't think it is the tithe and offering that they invest in. Most of those pastors don't tell you, they don't publicize the people they train. The people that are on their pay list, they don't publicize it. Not everybody won't make it to read their side. People when are they help now? People where they give small things and not fit shout. I not go fit come out call a shouter. Say I give this one 10 naira. I pay this one Pekin school fees. I not go want put the Pekin face set for social media because I pay how much for his school fees. Most of those pastors have pay list. What they call payroll. They pay young graduates. They pay children's school fees. They feed widows. They no go can't tell you. They don't have to tell you. Make una they take them easy with them. They are not the presidents. They are not presidents of nation. They do the much what they fit do. Yes, they get some flop what they do, some F the way they do. I agree. I'm not dragon. But there are some things when you go just see, you go just see. I never insult Buhari once. I never curse him once. If Buhari is not a president, he's an elder. I'm not going to curse him. I feel say, Buhari is not leading this nation well. What he's doing is not right, but I can't call him a mumu man. No, I don't fit. I know they curse my children. My children, when I use my body born, I know they curse them. I can say what you're doing is wrong. I can say stop it. I can say don't do it again. But I'm not going to tell and say you are a stupid child. You are. I not fit. It is heavy for my. As they talk as if I feel irritated. It is heavy for my mouth. I not fit. Make una mind how when they talk to people. It's not good. Learn. It talks a lot about you, your upbringing, your personality, the way you address people, the way you talk about people. Not just open your mouth. Wow, say they be food, they be mumu, they not get sense. No, it's wrong. You may not know, but I'm telling you today, it's wrong. Please, let's change for the better. Have a lovely day, guys. That's how I want to carry today for this channel. If you love this channel, please do not forget to subscribe and click on the notification button so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. Have a lovely day and